Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Read the words.
Read the verse one more time. Okay, yes, before the recording.
One more, yes,
Yeah.
because of
So we
recording.
read verse 48 from Vilapa Kusumanjali and continue in the purport. O Devi, when will I most affectionately bring the remnants from Krishna's lotus-like mouth that were given to me by Dhanishta before you? And we continue the purport on page 191.
Yeah. Before we continue commentary from Anantadas Babaji, we can just remember, because last Saturday we were talking a little bit about this verse, and we can just remember few points. How here in this verse, very nice verse, Parakya Bhava is very prominent. Parakya Bhava, forbidden love between Radha and Mohan. And also we can see here through the words of Raghunath how important is the role of maidservants of Srimati Radharani. She is like a messenger, like a duty.
Messenger.
Ona koja prenosi poruku.
Translators, we are hearing the some translators.
Sorry for interrupt. Please, Spanish room for me.
It's okay. Right. So here we can see from this verse, simple verse, importance of Manjari in loving affairs between Radha and Mohan. And Manjari here, Tulsi Manjari, is a messenger. And she is bringing the messages in the form of flying kisses, like our Gurudev many times were saying. Flying kisses, it means they are hidden kisses. And Krishna is in Nandishwar and Radhika is in Yavat. And with full love and passionate eagerness to please her beloved, Radhika is preparing sweets. But she cannot bring these sweets directly to Krishna, so she is using her Manjari, her maidservant, because she has so much trust in her maidservants. And when Manjari brings Krishna these sweets full of Radhika's Mahabhav, he is relishing, and then he is giving back his remnants to Radhika. So, because he touched with his lips, with his tongue, with his life air, he touched the sweets. The remnants are full of his love. He touched these sweets with his mouth, with his lips, tongue, life air, and sending through Manjari his hidden kisses, flying kisses, Gurudev is saying, to Radhika. So here we can see how these feelings of mineness, you are mine, are very, very important for confidential sale. Without these strong feelings of I am yours, but you are mine, like a prominent feelings, it's not possible to render Manjari Bhav, Manjari Seva, very confidential Seva. And Radhika is not giving these sweets to her girlfriends, but she is choosing the most loyal maidservants to send Krishna these sweets, because she infused all her passion, all her desires in these sweets. And when Krishna relished it, he also gave to the same messenger, to Manjari, Tulsi Manjari, to bring the back these sweets. So this is very simple words, but it's so full of Ujjvala and Unatojjvala ras. And we can see here how Manjari, Tulsi Manjari, is relishing loving affairs between Yugala Kishore, but her feeling of minus is reserved, is meant only for Radhika. So this is her loyalty. And we should learn this kind of emotional loyalty, mental loyalty, service loyalty through someone who is already on perfect stage of Manjari Bhava. I just want to say shortly, when we are still on this verse, to bring our Manovrit and Chittavrit little bit focused on the bhajan of this specific verse and different meanings behind this beautiful verse. And now Anantadas Babaji, Chakshuji will continue. Purport
We continue from how merciful the acharyas are for recording their transcendental experiences in their books.
Chakshuji, please just give a time, translators, to find where is this. You find?
It is in the new version, 191, and then you go up 2, 4, 6, 8 lines from down up.
Did you find? Sudevi found. Annapurna, did you find? Yes. Kinkari? No. Okay, you don't have. Okay, we can continue. Please, Chakshuji.
How merciful the acharyas are for recording their transcendental experiences in their books. If Swamini's mercy comes from within the smara or their
Labanga, microphone.
If Swamini's mercy comes from within their smaran or their experiences, then we will sell our hearts to their lotus feet.
Sorry, Chakshuji. Labangalji, you have to fix your mute mic. So what to do?
Shri Raghunath Das eagerly cries out, "O my lords, Rupa and Sanatan, the worship of Raj is one of faithful allegiance, because the goddess of Vaikuntha, Kamala Devi, did not accept the mood of Raj. She could not attain Govinda's devotional service, despite performing so many austerities. By following in the footsteps of the gopis, the Upanishads and the sages of the Dandaka forest attained the service of Sri Krishna in Raj. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 9, it is described. The Upanishads all followed the gopis, accepting the mood of the gopis. They worshipped the son of the queen of Raj, and thus attained a place in the gopi group in Raj. In these bodies, they could associate with Krishna in the Rasa Lila. Krishna is born amongst the cowherders, and the gopis are his beloveds. Krishna does not accept goddesses or any other kind of women for his consorts. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, wanted to unite with Krishna in her self-same body, but she did not worship him in allegiance to the gopikas. In other bodies, other than a gopi body, the Rasa Lila cannot be attained. Therefore, Vedavyas spoke the verse, in Srimad Bhagavatam, allegiance to the gopis reaches perfection in hearing, chanting, and remembering the eager prayers of the acharyas. That is why it is called an internal sadhana.
Radhe. So we should stop here because this is crucial point for attaining Raganuga path, to properly understand how to awaken this raga in our own soul and how to practice and ultimately to attain perfection. And we can see if someone doesn't follow requirements which are necessary to enter in Vraja, like Lakshmi, she didn't that. She couldn't follow these instructions. She couldn't enter in this Rasalil, she couldn't enter in Vrindavan because she couldn't change her Aishwarya mentality. But I will go a little bit up from the beginning, what Chakshuji was reading, and he read how merciful the acharyas are for recording their transcendental experiences in their books. So many times we are asking, begging, thinking, when I will receive mercy from our acharyas. And sometimes we are not aware that we are holding their mercy directly in our hands, that our eyes are coming in the contact with their mercy in the form of written words. This is such an amazing kripa, mercy of all our acharyas, because they are writing nothing else, especially in Vilapa Kusumanjali. Raghunath is writing nothing else but only his own experience, direct experience, like a Tulasi Manjari, who is like a shadow maid servants of Srimati Radharani. So isn't it mercy that we are coming in the contact with this transcendental world through our ears, but also through our eyes by reading, and also through our tongue by repeating their words. This is great kripa. But sadhaka should learn how to appreciate that kripa and always be aware that this is amazing what happened to his life. I have chance to listen such sublime, loving pastimes which are so confidential that even Vrajavasis, what to speak about Vaikuntavasis, Vrajavasis, they are not aware of this loving pastimes of my beloved Yugala Kishore. If we put these words of acharyas and their feelings, then for sure we will fall in love for them. And if we not fell in love with them, something is really missing in our life. But if we fell in love with Raghunath, with Rupa, knowing their eternal position, if we fell in love with Anantadas Babaji, if we fell in love with our Gurudev, then something is really, really not so good in our devotional life. We have to fall in love because there is no anyone in this world who can give us more than they are doing. So how Baba is writing, how merciful acharyas are for recording their transcendental experiences in their books. We should understand that what they wrote in their books, their experience, is just a small particle of their real realizations. They didn't wrote all what they felt, what they did. They just gave a hints. But these hints, these drops of their realizations are so sweet that can melt every heart which is open to be melted and to be changed. So Chakshuji was reading the next sentence. We were talking, both of us, yesterday we were talking about similar subject. Please, Chakshuji, you can jump. The next sentence is if Swamini's mercy comes from within their acharyas smarana or their experience, then we will sell our hearts to their lotus feet. So this is not only kripa of Rasikacharyas, but through them, kripa of Srimati Radharani is manifests in their realizations, in their hearts, in their words. They're giving Radharani's kripa, direct kripa to us, to sadhakas, neophytes, like we are. So we have two reasons to love acharyas, to be in love with the acharyas, and to proclaim them like our best friends. There is no better friends than them. First reason to fall in love in them because they already wrote and recorded their experience, and in that way they transfer their own kripa. And second reason is to completely fall in love with Radharani, because Radhika transfer her kripa, causeless, ahaituki kripa, through the mouth, through the hearts of her beloved maidservants to us, sadhakas. So Radha kripa is here, Guru kripa is here, Vaishnava kripa is here, and one more kripa is here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kripa. Without mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, acharyas would not never ever disclose, reveal this kind of confidential pastimes. So if we really feel it, understand it also, it requires some understanding, but through the heart understanding, not through the mind. Then we can accept that we are constantly splashed by the waves of ocean of the mercy. Please, if someone can help this poor soul. Jayanandaji.
So beautiful. Gurudev saying like, Mandava. So, and I'm not so much fortunate, but now I'm associated with Gurudev, and then thinking and feeling what is kripa, what to follow, what kind of feeling we should follow. And then now I'm feeling we are, say, we are like a Prabhupada, Narayan Maharaj, and even Gurudev. Many people are seeing Sadhaka Deha. And I feel Gurudev, what Gurudev want to ask us some feeling. And of course, this is Sai Baba as Manjari. And then today we are reading in Russian devotees Sangha. And then at that time I felt Gurudev want to give us like Manjari's vision. How Manjari was conscious to Radhika, or how Manjari's eye goes to Sri Radhika. Sometimes we have tendency to see both Krishna and Radhika. But actually, this is some tendency of Gopi Baba and Saki Baba. Like, see, Manjari was watching Rasa Leela, but Manjari does not see Mohan, Krishna. Interesting. Manjari is watching just lotus feet of Radhika, nothing else. But for us, we are so much sanchari. Sometimes we are feeling, we try to see Radha and Krishna both same time. But actually, Manjari is not. So Gurudev is always showing us how Manjari is as seer. Which point Gurudev is showing us. This is very interesting. And Gauranga Sundara, you are fixing. But for me, sometimes I have tendency to see neutral way. This is my problem, Sometimes see Saki's perspective. But this is wrong. Sai Baba means always fixing Manjari's perspective, Manjari's feeling. And then, so this Acharya's mercy giving us this book. I really feel this fortunate, especially this Vilapa Kusumanjali. Anantas Babaji Maharaj give us so nice nectarian purport, explanation. But also same time we are feeling just reading Vilapa Kusumanjali by own self is we feel some limitation. So we always need to hear from others, especially Rashika Vaishnava, like Gurudev. And we have now very fortunate to have, association with Chaitanya, Prema, Chaitanya. So he's always giving us so much nice insight. My God. So this is actually which perspective, what is Manjari's vision, what Manjari is concentrate upon, Radhika or Mohan or Seva, this is now I'm honestly learning from Gurudev. So what kind of vision Gurudev has, what kind of feeling Gurudev has. So not this sadhaka deha, try to be in siddha deha, try to follow her feeling, Guru Manjari's feeling. This is day-to-day practice, I feel. So Gauranga Sundara explained very nicely how to fix our heart. Also, I'm learning from Gurudev how to fix our, chanchara tendency, sanchari tendency of our mind and heart. So, Radhe Radhe. Thank you very much.
Radhe Radhe, Jayananda ji. I'm sorry. Yes, please, Uddhavaji. Thank you, Maharaj. It's so nice what you said, and not about me, but about because I'm struggling so much to enter in Gurudev's mood. And like you said, it's not easy. We should really open our feelings, our hearts, to remove all other calculations, misconceptions, and it's not easy, at least for me, to enter and to stay in his mood. Maybe I have a burden from previous samskaras of devotional, so-called devotional life, but many young devotees, for them, I feel that it's much more easier. So I need also the mercy. And before Uddhavaji, I just want to continue on this, what Jayanandaji said, actually, that this faithful, my words, faithful allegiance to the Vrajavasis, it means to really be in love with Vrajavasis, but in which mood, we should be very fixed and define what I really want. And Raghunath is here is crying. And he said, "Oh, my lords, Rupa and Sanatan." And when he is crying for them, on one level he is crying because he feels so alone in Sadakavesh because of the absence of their association in that moment. But in the same time, he is glorifying these two persons, Rupa and Sanatana, like his best friends, with which he wants to be always. He doesn't want Radharani without them. He wants to serve together with them. Then he feels complete. And Narottam Das Thakur is saying in Prema Bhakti Chandrika also, I want to be in surrounding with all these beautiful Radharani's maidservants, this kind of Sakhis. And I'm waiting their order for seva. And when he is saying this, he is completely in love with all these manjaris. He has a rati. This is a rati. Not only for Radharani rati, not only for Guru Manjari rati, but for all manjaris. He has rati, madness of love for them. And we sadhaka, what can we do? Not so much. Honestly to say, not so much. We just have to connect our hearts with their hearts. And this is our sadhana. Up and down, left and right, up and down, left and right. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. This is sadhana. This is a practice. This is not perfection. I am on the stage of practice. But if I'm really connected with the heart, to the heart of our beloved Gurudev and other acharyas, then there is a hope for me. Then there is a hope. Hope is coming, firm hope is coming when we are in love. Rati brings hope. Without Rati, no hope. Real strong hope. Only Shraddha, faith, is not enough. Only attraction, taste, ruchi is not enough for real hope. So this is the goal of us, neophytes, sadhakas. Please, Uddhavaji. Uddhavaji, you have some interruption or?
No, I was I was melting in your words. Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Gurudev. I wanted also to continue on the wave that Jayananda had begun about Sai Bhav and about Guru Bhav and mercy. Mercy is, of course, the greatest mystery in our practice. Mercy is the realization that there's nothing more to have, to obtain, to get. There's only to be. This means that Sai Bhav, this absolutely fixed mood, comes at the moment when we realize that there's nothing to have. We don't need any particular qualities. We don't need any particular emotions. We don't attach to anything. We just are in the world. And this is difficult for me personally because we use so much language in our material world about obtaining things. Also obtaining the lotus feet of Guru or obtaining the lotus feet of Radha. We talk about getting them. And actually the moment when we become one with Guru is the moment when there's nothing to obtain. Not because we have everything, but because we realize there is nothing to have. It is only to be. Guru does not have anything. Guru is everything. So the moment we stop attaching to things that others might give us to bring us higher, that's when we'll be free to go higher. Gurudev will be the first one to tell us, I have nothing to give you. I am nobody. He says this kind of thing often. And it's because he is everything. So using this as a model, then we can stop being attached to qualities and objects that we think we need to climb the ladder and just be. Radhe.
Radhe, Radhe. Thank you, Dharji. Someone more? I don't see everyone here on my screen. Gaurachandra. Oh, Gauravani. I see Gauravani. Yeah.
Radhe Radhe. Gaurachandra. You wanted to say something. No. I just want to wake you up, but you were already wake up here. I'm really sorry. We disturb you in your deep meditation.
Radhe Radhe. Gauranga, Sunda. We speak about how much mercy coming by the words of Raghunath Das Goswami. He mentioned the mercy of the Acharya. He mentioned the mercy of Gurudev. He mentioned the mercy of Radharani. And he mentioned also mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But one more mercy we also need. We need mercy of Nitai. Without Nitai, we cannot get Gauranga, and without Gauranga, we cannot get Radha Mohan. Raghunath Das Goswami is the great example that you cannot just go to Mahaprabhu. He tried to do that, but Mahaprabhu sent him back. Go home again. Finally, he got the mercy of Nitai first, and then he could go to Mahaprabhu. And it was such a beautiful time spending together. Raghunath, Rupa, Sanatan, Gauranga, Haridas Thakur, all relishing together. Then Raghunath going to Radhakunda, Mahaprabhu left, Sanatan left, Rupa left, everyone left. He was broken. He wanted to commit suicide on the bank of Radhakunda. But Janava Ma came and said, no, please don't do. You have to help the devotees. Then he wrote Vilapa Kusumanjali. Every day at the bank of Radhakund, he speak 3 hours Gaura Katha to the devotee. Imagine how you feel when the most beloved devotees all left you and you every day you talking about them. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami listening every day 3 hours Gaura Katha from Raghunath Das. After that, he write Chaitanya Charitamrita. Wherever you look, to every direction, every devotee playing so important part in the mission of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. I don't know. And what he's writing, what he's sharing with us is full of the bhav. Yesterday there was Japanese lecture about Q&A. Sometimes we are shy to ask. We think that asking question is something to require to get some knowledge, some information. But in the Raga Bhakti is not like that. In the Raga Bhakti, I'm asking question only to listen from the mouth of my Gurudev. His words are full of mood because he's so pure instrument of his Gurudev and all the parampara. And to some extent, this mood of Gurudev also coming through the disciples of Gurudev who take shelter in his lotus feet. So it's important that we are always under the guidance. Then we can speak this katha. If this not happen, then we only share information and we can read all the books, but everything only stay on the mental level, only in the mind, not going to the heart. But we must listen. Jayananda Maharaj, so nice, he always say, we must listen from the Rasika Vaishnava. Why? Not to get information or knowledge, to get the vibration, to get the mood, that the mood through our ears, through our mind can go deep in our heart. So we should always eager to listen and to ask questions. Only that Gurudev open his mouth and say something. Gurudev, why Krishna wearing yellow dhoti? Everybody knows the answer, but we want to listen from mouth of Gurudev because of the mood. And Raghunath is a prayojan, acharya for prayojan, for the goal. I feel that we also have to be totally broken, totally hopeless, totally finished with this material world. Then we can cry. Maybe we can cry like Raghunath. Radhe.
Radhe, Radhe. Thank you, Guru Chandra. Thank you very much for this sharing. Following the mood is essential part of our practice. And it's not easy because the mind always has a tendency to speak his own things. But we are not listening our heart. We should try to learn how to listen with the heart, catch the mood in that moment, and continue to flow according to that. I remember in my beginning with Gurudev, when I didn't know him well, I still don't know him well. But in really very, very beginning, he was talking his sweet katha, and suddenly some question appears in my mind and some thoughts. And I said that. And one time he told me, why you are asking this? You are breaking the mood. You have to listen more carefully and catch the flow. And if something you want to ask, just ask according to that flow. Later on, you can ask other questions. And it reminds me what Gaurachandra said now. We are not listening here to receive informations, but to taste, to develop more ruchi, more taste. And this is only possible if we follow the flow. And if something comes out of this flow, then is real churning the nectar between devotees. Thank you, Gaurachandra. I'm sorry I saw Gauravani. Please, Gauravani. Radhe, Radhe.
Radhe, Radhe. I was just thinking or feeling about what Uddhava said, what Gaurachandra said, and what Gauranga Sundara said, and try to find some picture of that, how this goes together. And I was thinking that the 6 Goswamis, they were very, very learned persons. They were not like me. You know, such a bump from this time here. Stupefied by all he made wrong in the past. They were actually very, very high-level persons, even from the material platform. So how? For me, it's possible to follow them. Actually, impossible. For me, impossible. I have to be honest. So, but Uddhava said in that moment, when I was down like that, he said, you just have to be in the mercy, more or less, he said, like this, you just have to be. Where? You have to be in the mercy. So, Yes, and this is our good luck, because actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bringing not the mercy of Krishna. We don't have to have any qualities. We don't have to have any good character even. Even if we are against all this, even if we are against devotees, the mercy will reach us. And only if we strongly stay on the point that we don't want it, it will go away. But if we don't stay at that point and open our heart just a little bit, the flood will come in, the flood of the mercy of Radharani, which is represented by Nitai here, or in the back we have our Panchatattva, which is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in that form, like, come all in my arms, O love. Because this is the love of Radharani, which means, if you see it from the Tattvic point, this is the mother coming for us. If you see it in rasa, then you have to hear from persons who are in rasa. But from the Tattvic point already, it is so wonderful, because wherever we are, whatever dirt we have, in what position ever we are, we just have to be what we are. The little, small, helpless child of Radharani. And then Nitai will take us in the arm and lead us through Gurudev, through the mercy of other Vaishnavas who actually have these feelings in their heart and share these feelings. Because we know the fastest way to learn from a person is not to hear the knowledge. Like, you have to cook like this and you have to follow that and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. And all this, yes, it's basic. But this person will give us some tricks. After 10 years following this recipe, I realized that you can do it like this and it's going faster and better. Much more taste. You will never get this if you are not in Sambandha with such a realized person. So, if we are in Sambandha with such a merciful soul who got the mercy of Radharani, who is living in the mercy of Nitai all the time, and we connect with them, then the mercy of Nitai will stream also in our heart, if we just don't close it completely. So this gives me strong hope, actually. And tomorrow we will actually read about Radharasa Sudhanidhi verse 1, and it's the same topic. I was just wondering, because we are already speaking about this topic, so tomorrow we will go on. Thank you all very much for your mercy and kindness.
Radhe Radhe, Gauravani-ji, thank you very much. Everything is going simultaneously, because Kripa is always pervading all stages, all consciousness, all devotees. But like you said, we just have to open the hearts. So it doesn't matter on which level we are. Hearts has to be on the level, not our abilities. This is useless hope. Chakshuji.
Meanwhile, in Yavat, after sending Tulasi to Nandishvara, Sri Radhika has fainted out of powerful feelings of separation from Krishna, and the Sakhis are unable to bring her back to her senses. Then Tulasi comes back from Nandishvara.
So the role of Sakhis, very close friends of Srimati Radharani, is one, and the role of Manjaris, the most confidential maidservants of Srimati Radharani, is another one. So we can see how when Radhika faints, her Sakhis, her girlfriends, close girlfriends, intimate girlfriends, cannot bring her to the consciousness. And now Tulasi is coming on the stage of Lila. So this is
Even
superiority. Yeah, please.
Even cool things like lotus stems, lotus pollen, ushira, vetiver, camphor, sandal paste, and lotus flowers were not able to bring down Gandhavika's hot fever of separation from Krishna. Just then, one Sakhi, Tulasi, came from Nandishvara and began to sprinkle Radhika's ear holes with drops of the nectar-like stories about Krishna, being ordered by Lalita.
So Lalita, Vishaka, Tunga Vidya, and so other gopis, they tried everything to pacify Srimati Radharani, to bring her to the consciousness, because the burning fire of separation was so strong. They couldn't do it. They tried to put lotus pollen, then tried to put the camphor, sandal paste, lotus flowers, and so on and so on. But nothing worked. And little girl, Kusumanjali, appears on that place. And he started to sprinkle. When someone is fainting, usually people are trying to sprinkle him or her with the drops of water, cold water, to bring him back. But the only coolness for Radhika is the words, cooling, sweet, nectarian words of Manjari, who is talking her about her beloved, what he was doing, how he looks like, how he is suffering for her, which kind of message he sent, and so on, what he is doing. Here is a very, very significant thing, that hearing is the only medicine for the suffering heart. This is the power of drinking through the ears. And now devotees, we here, sadhakas, ordinary devotees, we have also opportunity to drink just little bit these drops of eternal pastimes, drops of Radhika's feelings, drops of Manjari's feelings, isn't it? So the most powerful process actually is not Smarana, is the Shravana. Because without Shravana, what will practice Smarana? I have to hear something which will catch my mind. I will develop attachment and then I will think about that. But if I am listening and I don't feel anything, then the process of remembrance will never start. In the beginning, hearing is important, and especially when devotee develops a taste, attachment, rati, like Gaurachandra is saying, he needs more hearing than before. He's becoming addicted to hearing. This is addiction, actually. Bhakti yoga is addiction. There is no much greater addiction than bhakti. And which kind of bhakti? Listening the glories of Srimati Radhika through the mouth of her maidservants. And this is addiction. This is the medicine for the broken heart. Gurudev is the master of love, and he is the fixer of broken hearts. And all our acharyas, they're fixing our broken hearts. Like, because of that, Gauravani said, this is the only hope. This is the only hope. They have to fix our broken hearts and try to put us in the normal position. Yes. We are, like Gurudev said, abnormal. Why? Because we have broken hearts. Our egos broke everything good in us. So we should try to develop another spiritual identity. And in that way, fix, by the mercy, our broken hearts. Brother.
So, our Chaitanya Prema want to share.
Oh, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, dear devotees.
Radhe Radhe.
First of all, I feel deeply ashamed in front of Jayananda's humbleness. He moved me deeply by his humbleness, and I love him so much. I would like to be humble as he is. But by Gurudev's mercy, it just came something to me why gopis could not wake up Radharani. Gurudev is saying now very often, Bhagavad Gita verse 10-15, that Krishna as it is can be known only by his internal potency, which is Radharani. So gopis cannot offer Radharani Krishna as it is, because they have some hidden desire to meet with him. And only manjaris who are totally, completely surrendered to lotus feet of Radharani, without any selfish desire, they know Krishna as Radharani is Krishna. And they can offer this Krishna, explain about this Krishna to Radharani as he is. Radha.
Well, beautiful. I want a little add. Recently, Gurudev said to me, to us, actually, one Manjari Baba, Baba Ura Sarasa, or Manjari Baba, is when our material desire finished, then real Baba Ura Sarasa is coming. So Chaitanya Premaji, Chaitanya Prema saying, why Gopi could not awaken Radharani? Because Gopi has some hidden desire. So I feel, just seeing Gurudev, what we need, and then our material desire should be zero. Of course, it takes time. It takes time, and according to a situation and circumstance, may be difficult. But actually, today Gurudev saying, whenever you live in family life or brahmachari, sannyasi, it doesn't matter. Just mind fixing one point. So this is these days Gurudev's real express to us how to fix it. Especially I try to check my mind. Oh, my mind, which direction you want to go? You want to deviate or you want to fix it? This is Gurudev's word. We are doing homework. So Chaitanya give us very nice insight. Radhe Radhe.
Very much. Chaitanya Janandaji. Dakshaji.
Sri Radhika immediately comes back to her senses, sits down and says, "Oh Saki, in my dream, my desert-like ears suddenly felt a shower of nectar." Lalita says, "Oh fair-faced Saki, it is Tulasi Manjari who has come back from the abode of the Queen of Raj. She brought you back to your senses by sprinkling you with the nectar of your friend Krishna's pastimes." Swamini sees Tulasi before her and embraces her. Swaminiji has an extraordinary love for Tulasi. She knows that Tulasi has come back after serving her wholeheartedly. Again, Tulasi serves her Swamini in an extraordinary way by sprinkling her ears with the nectar of Krishna's afternoon pastimes. Swamini asks Tulasi, "What did Mother Yashoda say?" Tulasi says, "Hey Shyamaju, how can I describe Mother Yashoda's affection as she held her forehead on mine, calling me your maidservant? Lovingly she held her forehead on my forehead, and inquired about your welfare, intoxicated by ecstatic love. How much love the Queen of Raj gave me, knowing me to be yours.
So this is the Tulasi's proudness. Mother Yashoda loves you, my dear Swamini, so much. And I'm so proud because you are the object of her love. You are the object of Krishna's love, Mother Yashoda's love. You are the object of love of everyone. So I'm proud to have such kind of mistress. You are my Devi. I'm very, very proud for that. And I'm very proud because you marked me in so many ways. You marked me by giving me the clothes, the dress, which you like that I wear. You marked me by giving me the color of my body, which you like to see me in with that color of body. You marked me by giving me seva, which you like that I serve you. You marked me with my kunja, in which you like to see me and engage me to prepare that kunja for your loving affairs with your beloved Mohan. You marked me in so many ways, with your glances, with your embraces, with your ornaments. I became simply like you. You touch me with everything what you are and what you possess. And in that way, you transform me to be your bud. Manjari, in the bud form, has everything which Radhika mercifully gave to them. And their bud form is also Radhika's mark through the Guru Manjari. And this is the reason why Manjari is so effective in wakening up. Because the Manjari Radharani, because she is so marked inside, outside, everywhere with the Radharani's marks of love. And when she is talking about Krishna's pastimes in the afternoon, it's so nectarian for Radharani's ears. And when we sadhakas sometimes read the Krishna's pastimes in the afternoon with Gopas, with Mother Yashoda, we should remember from which angle we should listen this pastime. And always remember these pastimes are meant to soothe Radharani's heart. It's not out of Radharani, independent of Radharani. And many books which our acharyas was writing were written from Manjari Bhav perspective. Even if they are glorifying Krishna, still in that way they are sprinkled Radharani's ears, Radharani's heart, deep, deep, deep inside of their words. But for that, like Gurudev is saying, you should be first situated in your Sthai Bhava to understand from which angle, which perspective you are listening about Krishna's pastime, to fix your Bhava. If you cannot do it, then better not. Yeah.
Swamini pulls Tulasi on her lap and repeatedly asks her, "He has eaten nicely, hasn't he? I couldn't cook so nicely. I'm sure he didn't like the sweets. You were close by, weren't you?" Swamini thoroughly questions Tulasi, and fortunate Tulasi gives sweet answers to all the questions, thus rendering a wonderful service by submerging Swamini in the nectar ocean of talks about Krishna. The Nishta has given me some remnants of Krishna's food, and I brought it with me for you.
We can feel Radharani's insecurity in her attempt to give the Krishna's pleasure. This kind of insecurity, I'm sure he didn't like the sweets which I cooked, is a momentary emotions which is coming because of intense love. When you love someone, you always caring, did I did this properly? Would he or she be pleased? This is the mood, especially of pure love. And this is a very subtle feeling of insecurity. We have a experience that in material world, when we are insecure about something, it can damage us. It can damage also the others. But this is very negative emotion. But we can see here how all emotions in Radharani's heart are present, and they are increasing and showing her love for Mohan. She's not secure. Did I cook nicely? What happened? Did he like it? And because of this passing, Vyabhichari bhav, emotion, her love is increasing more. And also Manjari, who is witnessing this, is so amazed to see Radhika in that loving mood. Very subtle emotion is here.
Shri Radhika is like a Chataka bird that does not eat anything else but the nectar from Krishna's lips. As soon as she hears about this nectar, the thirst of her ears and her heart is immediately quenched. Didn't he say anything to you? She asks Tulasi. How can he in front of his superiors? Tulasi answers. With his eyes, he asked me if he could meet you tonight in Vrindavan. And I told him also with the hints from my eyes, surely you will meet her. Swamini says, Tulasi, look at me once. I am so unfortunate that I could not see him personally. Let me see if he is hidden in your eyes or not. And she gazes in Tulasi's eyes without blinking. Her eyes are full of tears and her body is shivering of ecstatic love. When I look into your eyes, I can understand that you have seen him. Otherwise, your eyes could never have been so beautiful, Swamini says. What a wonderful service Tulasi is rendering by carrying Krishna's picture to Swamini in her eyes. Blessed is this maidservant. Now, Srimati starts to take her meal. How wonderful is Tulasi's expertise in devotional service. Sri Banga Bihari Vidyalankara writes, Sri Radhika is called the Devi in this text because she is the eternal consort of Deva, Adyuta. Srimad Bhagavatam ends with Devanam Adyuto Yatha. Of all the gods, Adyuta, the infallible Shri Krishna, is the greatest. Therefore, of all the goddesses, Sri Radhika is also the greatest. Sri Haribhat Sheela sings, O Gunavati, qualified girl Radhe, O my mistress, I pray to you so fervently. When will Sri Dhanishta, your dearest girlfriend, most carefully hand me Krishna's food remnants? When will I carry Krishna's remnants on my head and place them before you? When can I fill my eyes with the sweet vision of Unamadini, love-intoxicated rye, seeing and smelling the prasad? So this is the end of the purport.
Radhe, Please, Chakshuji, last words in a commentary. When will I
carry Krishna's remnants on my head and place them before you?
This is Manjari Bhav. I will not keep these remnants for myself. With full respect and love, I will keep them on my head and to place before my Swami. The same thing Manjari is saying directly to Radhika. I will keep your offering to become your friend, Saki. I will keep that offering, your offering, direct offer, on my head. So it means, with full respect, I don't want that. This is the expression when I say, yes, I will put your instruction on my head. But actually, my desire is to become your maidservant. Or in this case, my only desire is to bring these sweet flying kisses to your nectarian lips. This is my life. This is my only life. When I see how you are intoxicated by smelling and seeing this prasad, this is Bhavo Lasa Prati. Radhe. We can stop here. Chakshuji, you can read again the words.
Yes, O Devi, Goddess, when will I most affectionately bring the remnants from Krishna's lotus-like mouth that were given to me by Tanishta before you? Radhe. Thank you.
Thank you, Chakshuji. Thank you. You are reading so nicely. Everyone, I can see from the faces of devotees how they're relishing your reading. Slow, sweet, emotional reading. Thank you very much.
By the mercy of the devotees, one can develop qualities.
Yeah, you are the example. Radhe Radhe Gauravani. Thank you very much. Uddavaji, Gaurachandra, my dear brothers, sisters also. Gurudev, is it here?
Dhanyavad. Radhe Radhe. Thank you very much. Beautiful.
Radhe Radhe
Radhe